Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Today's topic are the top 5 most wanted Chaos Lords for the Warriors of Chaos in the Total War Warhammer series. So without further ado, let's begin. The Warriors of Chaos are barbaric Chaos worshippers from the north, battle-hardened warriors who have devoted themselves to the ruinous powers of the Chaos Gods. They are their instrument of destruction when demonic influence may not be possible. In truth, many of these warriors are but simple playthings to the ruinous powers. Some are fully aware of this, obeying the command of their dark masters so long as they continue to be blessed on the battlefield, while others simply believe that the gods see purpose in their future. The Warriors of Chaos are one of those factions in Total War Warhammer that have received the least amount of updates, but as many are aware, a big Warriors of Chaos rework is coming in Total War Warhammer 3. Many are looking towards what possible legendary lords may be added, so to compile this list, we've looked over various forms of social media in reference to Total War Warhammer and have ranked the top 5 most wanted Chaos Lords for the Warriors of Chaos in the Total War Warhammer series. For our 5th spot we have Tambu Khan, the Maggot Lord and the son of the Great Kurgan. Tambu Khan is one of Papa Nurgle's finest champions. His origins are shrouded in mystery, despite his claims of ancestry. Tambu Khan was widely unknown until an event which saw many northern tribes gather in a show of strength to seek favour from the Chaos Gods. Many champions rose to the occasion, some new and hungry for battle, while others already touched by the will of the ruinous powers. Tambu Khan rose above all others, for he had always felt Papa Nurgle's loving embrace far more than any other champion. He is a skilled fighter, but that is not what makes him so dangerous. The model you can see on screen is in fact not Tambu Khan, but rather the bloated shell of one of his opponents. Tambu Khan is known as the Maggot Lord for good reason. His true form is that of a maggot that lives inside the bodies of his defeated opponents. Any who manage to cut down the son of the Great Kurgan do not expect the maggot itself bursting forth from the defeated corpse and burrowing its way into the so-called victor, killing them from within and possessing his or her body to act as his newest shell. His real form is rather unknown to most, which is why he has proven to be damn near impossible to kill. And because of this, many warriors have flocked to his side, seeing him as a true chosen warrior of the Dark Gods. Tambu Khan became rather popular because of his campaign book, where he had united various different tribes of Chaos Warriors, Chaos Dwarfs, and Chaos Ogres to lead an assault against the Empire. He was almost successful too, and honestly, the campaign played rather well, and the model used to represent him on the tabletop was extremely cool. For our 4th spot we have Festus the Leech Lord. Festus was once one of the most famed physicians within the Empire, respected by his peers and loved by the general populace. The good doctor had cured many hundreds of ailments over the years, saving hundreds if not thousands of lives. Unfortunately, however, his skills were noticed not only by the greatest citizens of the Empire, but Papa Nurgle too. Papa Nurgle sent down a disease, new and highly contagious, as it swept across Nordland, infecting many. Naturally, the good doctor jumped right into work, but try as he could, his efforts were in vain. Many more became infected, and as the sleepless nights began to take a toll on him, he broke and begged for knowledge. Unfortunately for him, Papa Nurgle was waiting for this very moment. The many corpses that littered his study began to animate and spoke. Knowledge to cure every disease would be granted to him, but only if he swore eternal servitude. Left with no other option, Festus agreed, and from then on his fate was sealed. Within moments, all the knowledge that he sought was made clear to him, but it drove him mad, and all resemblance to his former self was now lost. One should not accept such knowledge from that of which they do not know. Festus was now bound to Papa Nurgle. There was no love left for his former kin, no desire to cure them of their ailments. Now he only sought to bring them all to Grandfather Nurgle's loving embrace. Festus was one of those characters that was rather popular in both tabletop and in lore, and he got rather well empowered during the end times too, which makes him a strong contender for a possible new legendary lord, especially if they want to go into the approach of adding in one devoted to each specific chaos god. I believe that Festus would be the best option. For our 3rd spot we have VIKRAM van Horstman. VIKRAM was known to be one of the Empire's most talented magisters, being the youngest to have control over one of the Imperial Colleges of Magic. Many aspired to be like this man, a man who could have easily become Supreme Patriarch should he have ever wanted so. But his allegiances lay with other masters. Igrim's loyalties stood with the Chaos God Tzeentch. His position within the College of Light was simply to gather knowledge and gain access to the many Chaos artifacts that were hidden beneath the Pyramid of Light. From within the Order of Light, he placed the seeds of corruption. Many within the Order fell to darkness. A grand cabal was formed that spread throughout the vast reaches of the civilized Warhammer world. Igrim's efforts went largely unnoticed, but eventually the devoted gained word of his doings, and many of his disciples were slaughtered, yet he managed to escape by freeing the great Chaos Dragon Balduros and making his way north to the Chaos Wastes. He and his cabal continue their works, for they are puppets to the Great Deceiver, and many within the Colleges of Magic still believe his corruption still runs deep within their orders. Igrim is a rather old character, but a massive fan favourite. His novel is probably one of the best Chaos-related ones ever to be released. His own tabletop model is honestly very dated, but this might be the perfect time to see him being reimagined. For our second spot we have Kromm, also known as Kromm the Conqueror. A Kurgan by birth and a member of the Khul tribe, Kromm was largely ambitious, more so than most other Kurgans. By his 20th year, he had taken control of his tribe by slaying its former chieftain. It was by his will that he wished the Khul to be the most feared across the land, and in truth their reputation had grown vastly because of him. Night after night he dreamt of a figure, a true chosen of the Chaos Gods, one that would bring about a dark age in the name of the ruinous powers. Kromm believed this man to be himself, and was enraged when some upstart Norskin came before him and proclaimed himself to be the true Ever-Chosen. Kromm battled this so-called king's warriors one by one, each falling beneath his might, but when the time came to face this man himself, he was bested. This man was far more powerful than he was, and now Kromm was ready to die with honour. This king, Archaon was his name, had no intention of killing Kromm, however. Their meeting was simply a test to see if the great warrior known as the Conqueror lived true to his fame, and that he did. Kromm was a mighty warrior, and he would be a valuable asset for the days to come. Archaon offered him a position within his warband, telling him of great glory and many battles. Kromm knew then and there that this was the figure from his dreams, and he would fight alongside him until his dying breath, as the herald of the Ever-Chosen. Kromm was extremely popular in the days of Warhammer Fantasy Battle, and honestly he was almost first on the list, were it not for a character who's mentioned so often, the forums might go a bit mad if she never gets implemented into the Total War Warhammer series. For our first spot we have Valkia the Bloody, the only one in our list that has ascended to true demonhood, thus being a demon princess. Born into the northern tribe known as the Black Wolves, Valkia had always been destined for greatness under the eyes of the ruinous powers, having fought her first battle at the tender age of 10. Valkia, known as Lil Ven back in the days of her youth, had the respect of her fellow warriors from a young age. As she herself grew more mature, so too did her skills in combat. Many had heard of this young but fierce warrior woman, but her fame did not reach its highest levels until that fateful day that her father had shown weakness. A tribe of northern farmers had been struck with misfortune, and Valkia's father had offered them shelter. Valkia and many of her fellow tribesmen saw this as a great shame. Why should they protect those who cannot protect themselves? Valkia took it upon herself, killing her idiot father and slaying most of her family so that she may take control of the tribe, and pinning the blame on her former lover, whom she also killed without mercy, so none would question her right to rule. And so rose the Gore Queen, spending many years solidifying her position in the north, making allegiances and then destroying her allies when needed. Weakness was not an option. As she grew in fame, so too did she attract the eyes of the Chaos Gods. It was the god Slaanesh who made his presence known to her when a keeper of secrets known as Lokifax came to her demanding that she give up her titles as warrior queen and serve him as his harem girl. The demon, however, should have known better, especially from a warrior as vicious as Valkia. After a day and night of battle, the Keeper of Secrets was decapitated, and Valkia declared that its head would be taken to the Skull Throne to appease Khorne. She and her warband travelled far north into the Chaos Wastes, but unfortunately they never managed to reach the Skull Throne, because many demons of Slaanesh lay waiting for them and tore them apart. But this was not to be the end of Valkia, for the Blood God Khorne had always had his eyes upon her, and despite the fact that she had failed him by dying, Valkia had always been one of his favoured champions. The Blood God then resurrected Valkia, reforming her shape anew into a form more befitting that of a Chaos Demon of Khorne. Now she flies into battle, leading her armies of devoted followers of Khorne to claim more skulls for the Skull Throne. I was honestly originally very surprised to see how popular Valkia had become with the fans of the Total War Warhammer franchise. She was popular in Warhammer Fantasy Battle, and she had a very cool looking model and incredible novel too, but honestly I was surprised because, well, most cases Kromm was always king when you compared them. But this was our list for the top 5 most wanted Chaos Lords for the Warriors of Chaos. What do you guys think? Is there any that you would change? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and let's start a bit of a discussion. As you guys may have noticed, I'm trying to go a bit more lore heavy when it comes to discussing possible characters. I hope you guys enjoy this because it was kind of fun to write. And if you have any suggestions regarding this type of series, let me know and I'll try and get into it. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various different links to social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where you can get in contact with the Great Book team. Also in the description section below is an affiliate link with Element Games, where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using our special link and also using our special code, both of which are in the description below, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. Honestly, it's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A special thank you to our patrons Gibraltar LUSC and Ryan Bertsche for subscribing to us at our Fane level. Honestly, you guys are super cool. And a big thank you to our patron Edward Huell for subscribing to us at our King level. Mate, you're super awesome. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.